So imagine this. I built a brand new custom gate for my driveway. Strong, secure, and stylish. But the moment my HOA Karen neighbor saw it, she lost her mind. And guess what she did? She actually called the cops on me. Because of a gate. But she had no idea it would backfire in the worst way possible. I live in a quiet suburban neighborhood. Or at least it was quiet until my neighbor, let's call her Karen, decided she was the sheriff of the entire block. She hated everything, kids playing outside, cars parked on the street, even holiday decorations. So when I installed a beautiful iron gate in front of my driveway, she immediately stormed over yelling, "This is against the HOA rules. You can't just build whatever you want." But here's the thing. I had already gotten full HOA approval in writing. I showed her the documents, but Karen didn't care. She just rolled her eyes and muttered, "We'll see about that." 2 days later, I saw flashing blue and red lights outside. The cops were literally at my house. And who was standing there with her arms crossed like she owned the world? Yep, Karen. She told the officers that my gate was illegal and dangerous. She even claimed it was blocking emergency access. The cops were polite but asked for my paperwork. I calmly handed them my HOA approval letter, permits from the city, and even the contractor's receipts. One of the officers actually turned to Karen and said, "Ma'am, everything looks completely legal here. There's no problem." Her face went red like a tomato. But it didn't stop there. Karen was so furious that she demanded the cops make me take the gate down anyway. The officer shook his head and told her, "Ma'am, if you keep making false reports, you could face a fine or even charges for wasting police time." That's when Karen's smug smile disappeared. Suddenly, she realized she had pushed things way too far. A week later, the HOA president called me. Not to complain, but to apologize. Apparently, Karen had caused so many problems in the neighborhood that the board was already sick of her. My gate wasn't the issue, she was. And guess what? Karen was officially fined for harassment and warned that if she kept abusing HOA rules, she'd be removed from the board altogether. So in the end, my gate is still standing tall and strong. And Karen, let's just say she doesn't call the cops on gates anymore. What would you do if a neighbor tried to call the cops on your property? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories.